Okay, so I'm recording. Let me share my screen. Start now. Okay. So how about now? Can you guys see my screen?
Yes,
Yes, I can see it.
Finally, thank God. Okay, so I guess it was the network. Okay, so we can get back to our business. I've been able to meet most of those that way. Okay. So let's go back to what we're discussing. So I was asking if I want to write based on what I've explained now. If I want to write 256, is there anybody that can tell me what 256 is?
Ma, let me try.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Descent sequence.
The the extent, descent. Okay. Uh-huh. Then you said
Synchron 6.
second. Thank you. Second. Second. Six. So does anybody have any other opinion from what she said? Is she correct? Hello?
Okay, descent at
Hello?
sequence. Please put ET in between
Thinking
descent
is
and
Z,
Okay.
like ZE.
ET. Okay. 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 So is she correct? Descent, which is 200, and second 6, which is 56. 256. She's correct. 100%. That's just it. That's all you need to know about it. Who can try this 789?
can I try?
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Descent at quaternic.
Okay, she said then set sound. Mm-hmm. Then for knife, what did you say?
Quaternic.
Okay, a that is
No.
you said what?
No.
Sorry.
No. No. Quaternic.
Soixante vingt
Yes.
like this.
No.
Is something
Quaternic.
missing?
Yes.
Okay, there's
At
carter. You're saying carter,
yes.
right?
Vinif. Yes.
Vinif. Okay. What do you guys think? Hello? What do you guys think? Is she correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So she said 789 cent, 780 80 and 9 is 9. Exactement. She's correct. Très bon. Bravo. You did very well. That's impressive. Okay, so these two numbers, 3,472. Anybody can take the big one. I want another person this time, please. Please, let somebody else try, okay? Please. Anybody? 3,000. You write 3,000 first. It's just basically the way you pronounce it. That's how you write it. What is 3,000? What is 400? What is 72? That is what you need to write here. So based on what I explained, what is our 3,000?
Mil.
Tramil.
Mil.
Tramil. Exactly. Tramil. Okay. Now we've gotten 3,000. 400. What is 400?
Quatercent.
Thank you. 400. What is okay? And what is 72?
72.
Thank you. 72. Chicken. Okay, can we try the last number together? The last one, 1960. So we're not going to write it as 1960, please. Whether it is year you are trying to interpret or not, you don't write it as 1960. You write it as 1960. Even if they write 2025 and they tell you to translate it to French in your exam, you are not going to translate it as 2025. Oh. If you translate it like that, that is the end. You translate it as 2025. Okay? So let's try 1960. Can we try? What is 1,000? That's what we're starting with now. What is 1,000?
Mil.
Mil. Thank you. Mil. Okay.
Mil.
We have about 1,000 and.
Mil.
Yeah, you said what, ma? 900. Okay. 900. Okay. 1,900 and. Okay, let's write that one. And 60. What is our 60?
Soixante.
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 Stephanie. We're done. That's it. That's it. Like that's all you need about numbers. Once you're able to master the basis, the foundation, and the lintel, that is all you need to know for you to be able to, build number structures. Simple as ABC. Did you guys get me? Any question? Does anybody have any question? Any question? You're not sure, you're confused. Anybody? So meaning you're all clear. Did everybody get it? Did everybody get numbers?
Yes, ma'am.
So meaning now you're confident that you know numbers in French, at least to some extent. If you go back and go and study it, at least to some extent you are able to understand French numbers. Okay? Is it okay? Are we good?
Okay, ma'am.
Sorry, please. My phone was lagging when you were explaining the 1,000 from the
The
thousand.
1,000. Okay, I was saying the 1,000 is mil. Okay? It's just like the cent as well, the CENT 100. So it's just the same thing, the same process. 1,100 is cent, 200 is du cent, 300 is tra cent. The same thing with 1,000. 1,000 is mille, 2,000 is deux mille, 3,000 is trois mille, 4,000 is quatre mille, 5,000 is cinq mille, 6,000 is six mille. You understand? So it's basically the same thing. Did you get that? Hello?
Yes, my, I got it. Thank you, ma'am.
Exactly. So it's the same thing. Any other question? Anybody else?
Sorry, ma, please, I joined late. Can you hear me, please?
Yeah, you joined late.
Yes. Aside 70 and 90, there is no one that continued from like 60 plus 11, 70 plus 11,
Yes,
like
exactly. There is no
71.
one else. Why? Why is there no one else? Because they are the only two number that ends with dix. Okay,
Okay.
you
Okay.
understand? They are the only two that end with dix. That is why we are continuing from 11 instead of going back to
11.
1. Do you
Okay.
understand that?
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, thank you.
And then for those that are just, you're welcome. Those that are just joining, I'm recording the class. So because we cannot really go all the way back, all you can do is just basically go back to the recorded version and go through it. You can also reach out to me if you have any questions regarding this class. Okay. So that is it about numbers. I'm really happy that at least we got it to some extent. And I want us to finish this class at least before 10. Okay. And I want us to do one more topic because I said I promised that we're going to do two major topics. But the second one is not as long as numbers. So this one is very, very fast. We might just do definite articles and we'll cap it up here. All right. So now we've mastered the tricks and the tips for numbers. If you go and sit down with it, you'll be able to get it immediately. Okay, so we have two rules. Who can remind me the two rules when it comes to numbers?
The
The
big
first
number
rule
comes
will
before small number.
come before the
You
small
add those
number.
Okay.
two numbers together.
Okay.
The second
Okay.
rule,
Then
Mm-hmm.
when
second
the big
rule,
number
when the small
before the
number
big
Mm-hmm.
comes before the big number, we multiply.
Thank you very much. Très bon. Thank you. Applaudissez. So those are the two rules that has to do with numbers. Okay. Once you know those rules, you are able to learn the foundation, the lintel. You'll be good with anything regarding number. Now, the second aspect, a major topic that we're going to be looking at is what I call l'article. It is the articles. And it's the same thing with English. Now, just like numbers where we have rules, there are some things that you need to know about articles. And what are those things? It's not hard, very, very simple. So it will not take much time. So what are the things we need to know? It's just like English language where we have the articles a, or, and. Have you guys done that in your English language before? Even in secondary school, you must an a or an is an article. Sorry. The a or an, they are all articles. Who has done that in their English language before? Nobody. Eh? Is that possible?
It's man. No, no,
You must
no.
have is an
Article
article.
A and B.
Exactly. Exactly. Thank you. So the is an article in English, a or an. Okay. So there's a difference between the the article and the a or an article. What's the difference? One is definite and the other is indefinite. Okay, that's the difference between the two. And what do I mean by definite? Definite is the. Okay, indefinite is a or an. We might not be able to do participle, so a or an. So the is definite. Indefinite is a or an definite means something that is specific. That is, if I say the boy, there's a difference between the boy and a boy. Okay, the boy and a boy. If I'm telling you the boy is coming, it means that you, the person I'm talking to, knows the particular boy that I'm talking about. So meaning it is specific and it is definite. I know the person I'm talking about. That is why it is the boy is coming. If I say, Timothy, the boy is coming, Timothy already has an idea of who the boy I'm talking about. I don't even need to say the name because probably it's a conversation that we've had before. For sorry, let me turn up my exactly. And then for indefinite, if I say a boy is coming, you'll be asking me that which boy, which of them, what boy is coming. It's not definite. That's why we call it indefinite. It is unspecified. It is not exact. It is not definite. So that's the difference between definite and indefinite. So definite is the, while indefinite is a or an. Did you get it to the extent, guys? Did you get it to this
Hello,
extent?
ma.
Yeah.
Sorry, please. How is definite and indefinite produced? Have been pronounced in French.
Okay. So for I'll do that. So for in French, definite articles is l'article défini. L'article défini. I'm going to write it in front of you. L'article défini. This is how you write it for you. Okay. While indefinite article is l'article indéfini. This is how you write it. L'article défini and l'article indéfini. L'article défini, l'article indéfini. D'accord? Okay? So, this is how, and then the last one, we have 3 articles, okay? We have indefinite, indefinite, and partitive articles, okay? But today we'll only look at definite and indefinite. So, partitive article in French is l'article partitif. L'article partitif. Okay, this is how it is written. D'accord? So, l'article défini, l'article indéfini, and lastly, l'article partitif. D'accord? So that is how it is written in French. But today we're only looking at the definite and the indefinite. And I told you that the definite is THE and the indefinite is A or AN. Now, there's second thing that you need to know is that every French word, and I mean all, I mean every word in French, it has a gender. What do I mean by a gender? I don't know why they did it this way, but they decided to. Every French word has a gender. And what do I mean by gender? So it means that every word can either be masculine or it can either be feminine. Okay? It can either be masculine and either be feminine. Please, I want you to, this is a rule that is very important in French, especially in these articles that we're doing. Every French word has a gender, meaning the word can either be masculine or it can either be feminine. Know this and know this. Very important. Every French word has a gender, could either be masculine or feminine. So, I know the next question you should be asking is, oh, so how do I now identify which one is masculine and which one is feminine? Simple. What you need to know is that most of the feminine words that you have in French ends with letter E. Most feminine words, emphasis on most. You can see now I did not say all. Like 90%, okay? 90% of French words that ends with letter E are feminine. So once you see a word that a particular French word that ends with E, it's feminine in nature. And the ones that do not end with E is not feminine. So that letter E, gives femininity to French words. So that's one way you can identify. And I said most, not all, because there are some words that do not end with E that are masculine. And there are millions of French words, okay? Just like in English language, we have millions, we have thousands, we have billions. And trust me, we cannot know everything. Even me that I'm a French linguist, je sais le français, even though I teach French, I do not know everything. Okay, I don't know everything. So it's not even possible for you that you want to write the exam. Now, the only way you can do is that this article that I want to teach you today will be the one to tell you that, this one is masculine, this one is feminine. And we're going to see it in the class today. Is this article that will tell you that, oh, this particular word is masculine. Because of the article before it, it is masculine. Now, because of the article, it is feminine. And that's what we're going to look at in the class today. So we've learned 2 rules. The first one is that we have three types of article: l'article défini, l'article indéfini, l'article partitif. And I also mentioned that the second thing I mentioned is that every French word has a gender. And who can remind me the 2 genders I mentioned?
Masculine and feminine.
Masculine and
Thank
feminine.
you. It could either be masculine or feminine. And then I said the last thing I mentioned is that there's a way you can differentiate between the masculine and feminine. Who can tell me how?
Most of the feminine ends with
Feminine
letter
words
he.
in French
Thank you. I said most of them ends with letter E. And for those that do not end with letter E that are still feminine, how did I mention that we can identify it? It was the last thing I said. Okay, let me not waste our time. So the only way the way we can also identify it, those words that do not end with E that are still feminine, is through the gender. Sorry, it's through the article. If the article is through the article will tell us that, oh, this is a masculine word, oh, this is a feminine word, and I will show you how. Let's get into business. Now let's start with the first article, which is l'article défini. Okay, l'article défini. Okay, so now, and I already told you that in English language, let's start from here. In English language, definite article is the. We already established that. Definite article is the. But in French, definite article is not just is the as well, but in 4 different ways. Okay, let's take it slowly. It's the as well. Now, the reason why it is split in 4 different ways is because one, it has a gender. French words has a gender, so I cannot use the the for masculine and use the same the for feminine. Okay, I cannot use the the that I use for masculine word to identify masculine word to also identify feminine word. There should be a difference between the two. That is why they splitted it. You understand the remaining other 2 because I said it's split into 4. But the first 2 is that there's a the for masculine words. That's why you see it beside the masculine word, you know that, oh, this is a masculine word. And there's a the for feminine. That is when you see the the beside feminine word, you know that, oh, this is a feminine French word. Now, and what are those? And what is it divided into? So in French definite article, le, le, it is used for masculine words. Okay, it is the, but for masculine words. Everything here, le, la, le, l apostrophe, these 4 here, these 4 things listed here, they all mean the. They all mean the. Only that this the, which is le in French, is for masculine words. That is, if this word is if this le is beside a word, that word is masculine. Okay, that word is masculine. It's only for masculine words. La is the, but for feminine words alone. Okay, le is for masculine words alone. La is for feminine words alone. Do you understand that they both mean the? The only difference is that the for masculine is different from the for feminine. Are you guys getting me?
Yes,
Hello?
ma'am.
Exactly. So that's the difference between the two. Now the remaining 2, because I mentioned that the th is divided into 4 in French. Now the remaining 2, the third one, which is les, we call it les, le. It is for both masculine and feminine, but in plural. That is the word that ends with s, meaning whether the word is masculine or whether the word is feminine, as long as it's in plural form, that is, as long as it ends with my letter s, I'm not going to use la as the the. I'm not going to use le as the the. I'm going to use les. So it does not matter whether it is masculine or feminine. As long as it's in plural form, you're using les. I'll give examples. I'll give examples for us to understand better. And the last one, I don't think we'll be able to do definitely because this is 9:49 p.m. And last one is L apostrophe. Now, what is this L apostrophe for? The last one. For words that start with vowels. And what are the vowels in French? We have the A, we have the E, we have the I, we have the O, we have the U, like in English language, but there's something else that they added, which is the H. Okay? So we have 6 vowels in Français. We have A, E, I, O, U, then the silent, the H, A-E-I-O-U, and H. Those are the vowels that we have in print. Now, any word, whether it is masculine or feminine, as long as it starts with any of these vowels, if the word starts with A, if it starts with E, if it starts with I, if it starts with O or U or H, I'm not going to use LA or LE or LE or LES. I'm going to use, okay, I can use LES because now LES is for plural. I'll tell you why vowels is important. I'll show you why we are doing the example. So L apostrophe is A-E-I-O-U. That is the THE for words that start with vowels. Okay? Words that start with vowels. That is, if my word starts with A-E-I-O-U and H, I'm using L apostrophe as my THE. So let's go again. We have 4 THEs in Francais. One is for masculine. One is for feminine. The third one, LES, is for both masculine and feminine, but in plural. The last one is L apostrophe. And L apostrophe is only used for words that start with A-E-I-O-U and H. A-E-I-O-U and H. Now let us look at some examples. The first one is, let us take the first one, which is L-E. I'll give you an example. Now I mentioned the boy, Abby, the boy. Now the boy in Francais is garçon. Okay, is garçon. Let's use the boy as and the girl as our example throughout. The boy is garçon. So now because let's say because garçon, even though well logically garçon is a boy, so boy should be masculine. But if you look at the French spell, if you look at the spelling GARSCON, we would not see any presence of an E there. Okay, we do not see any presence of an E there. So that should tell us that it's a masculine word. All right. So now, if I want to now say the boy in French, I have to use the LE for masculine, which is le. If I want to say the boy, I'll say le garçon. Okay? Le garçon. So any word that is masculine, I've told you the difference between the masculine and feminine. If the feminine ends with E, you know that it's feminine. It does not end with E, is masculine, except few exceptions. And those exceptions are very, very small. They are very little that you can always note them down. Okay, you can always note them down that, oh, although this one does not end with E, is feminine. Oh, although this one ends with E, is masculine. You can always note them down. So garçon is masculine. That is why we have the definite article le, le garçon. Let us look at the second example. The second the. The second the is la. Now let's say that I want to write the girl. Okay. First and foremost, we need to know what girl is. Girl is fille. Okay, this is how they write girl in French. F-I-L-L-E. Now we can see the presence of an E. Okay, this is to tell that, oh, philo is a feminine word. Okay, is a feminine word. So if I want to write the girl, I'm not going to go and write lo fille and say because lo is also th, I'll go and write it like that. You will miss it. So what you do is you write the one for feminine, which is la fille. So first you need to confirm if the word is masculine or feminine. If the word is that is what will determine which article you put before it. That determines which article you put before it. And I've told you how to differentiate between the two. If it ends with E, it is feminine. If it does not end with E, it is masculine. There are few exceptions, but those exceptions are very, very tiny, and you can always note them down. Okay, you can always note them down. And I've told you how to identify those ones. Is this article itself, this one that we are learning now, that will tell you, because when you are reading it, you see it. Once they put low before a word that starts with a word that ends with E, you should know that, oh, although it is like, for example, now this word père, père. Now according to English French, père means father. Okay, we can see that this word ends with E, but trust me, père is not a feminine word, it's a masculine word. It ends with E, but it's a masculine word. So these are the kind of exceptions that I'm talking about that you can easily note down. Now you don't expect me to go and write la père because as the father. because I want to because it ends with eo, so I should go and write la père. You will miss it. So it will be le père, the father. These exceptions are very small. That's what you need to know. So you don't need to be scared. And they will not ask you, see, what you need to know is they will not ask you anything outside the confines of your GS 108 handout. Every question that they'll be asking you is within that handout. Okay? Is within that handout. So those few exceptions that you'll be noticing while you are studying is what what you just note down. And trust me, they are not plenty. They are not as much as the one that ends with e that is feminine and the one that does not end with e that is masculine. So you can't compare. It's 90 to 10. So trust me, it's something that you can deal with. So let's go back to what we are saying. So because fille is feminine, that is why I'm using la fille for the girl. Okay? Now let us look at another example. The third one, which is le. And I told you that le is for both masculine and feminine, but in plural form. That is, if I write this, if I want to write the boys, okay, the boys and the girls. Now we can see that it is not just boy, it is not just girl, it is not girls. It's in plural form. This is what I'm going to write. I'm not going to write le garçon again because it is no longer singular, it's in plural form, so I have to use the les as my the. This the is only for masculine or feminine that ends with s. So because my boys is in plural form, it's going to be les garçons. Now this garçon is going to carry s. The boys, and I already told you what our and is. What is our and? I told you when we were doing numbers.
It's
S.
Thank you. Et. Now, if I want to write, so that is les garçons. Et now I want to write the girls. Okay, the girls. The same thing. I already told you that the les is for both masculine and feminine. So there is no difference between these two. As long as it is in plural, whether it is masculine or whether it is feminine, if it's in plural form, I'm using my les as my the. If I want to write the girls too, it's going to be les filles. Now this one we carry s at the end. Can you guys see this? We can see the difference between the three. The first one, le, is for masculine words, singular. The second The third one is for both masculine and feminine, but in plural form. That's for the third one. Now the last one, okay? The last one now is L apostrophe. And this one is for words that start with A, E, I, O, U, or H, as long as it starts with these letters. O. If it is not in plural, because if it's okay, I'll show. Before we go there, any word that starts with A, E, I, O, U, and H, any of these letters, we don't use L, E, or L, A. If the word ends with like this one now, A, R. Okay, let's use a simple one. Orange. Orange is orange. Normal orange in English is the same spelling. Now, someone will look at this word and say, oh, it ends with E now. O-R-A-N-G-E. So it is feminine. Yes, it is feminine. But you can't write it. You cannot use the the for feminine. Why? Because it starts with a vowel O. The same thing with arb, A-B-R-E, which means tree. It means a tree. Okay? It means tree. It means orange. We can see that arb as well ends with E. So we should call it feminine, but then we can't call it feminine because it starts with an A. It starts with an A. So I have to use the L apostrophe that has been provided. That is, normally I'm supposed to write orange, the orange as la orange, right? That is the for feminine, la, and orange, it ends with E. I'll put it beside this. Normally, this is how it should be. But in French, they believe that two vowels must not cross. They must not meet each other. The moment they meet each other like this, there's a problem. So what did they do? They now decided that, okay, in order for us not to have a problem, let's do it this way. Let us remove the A, or the vowel that is the first vowel. Let's remove it and replace it with an apostrophe. If we replace it with an apostrophe, we will not have any issue with the second vowel. That is why we have L apostrophe for vowels. L'orange. The same thing with the tree. If I want to write the tree too, L normally is supposed to be la, then A-R-B-R-E. But now we can see two vowels clashing, A, and they must not clash according to French. Two vowels must not clash. So the same thing too, they will have to remove this A from here, the first vowel, and replace it with an apostrophe. That apostrophe is telling us that there is a presence of a vowel, but we cannot put it there because they must not clash. Please note that down. Two vowels in French must not clash. So that's why they were like, well, let us just create a THE for vowels, A, E, I, O, U, and H. Let's just create a THE for that. And that is why we have the L apostrophe amongst the list that we have, the articles, THE that we have. Are you guys getting me? Am I making sense?
Yes, ma, you're
Yes,
making
yes.
sense.
Exactly. So that is why we have it like this. That's why we have 4 THEs. It's only the first two that we're supposed to have, but because of the nature of some words, that is, if the word is in plural form or if the word starts with a vowel, then there should be a slide. That is why they created a word, a THE for plural words and THE for vowel words. Now there's a slight there's a slight difference, but especially when it comes to the LES, the plural one. Now, I mentioned that if the word starts with vowels now, you have to use L apostrophe. But in the case whereby a word starts with vowel, but now it's also in plural form. That is, we're not having orange now, we're having oranges. Okay? We are having trees. Now we can see that this word is in plural form. Now I don't need to write L apostrophe. Why? Because normally I'm supposed to write it as this. I'm supposed to write it out as this. Les oranges. Les oranges. I'm supposed to write it as this. Okay? According to what, when I was doing the orange, the one without S, I wrote la orange, but then A and O were clashing. So we had to remove the first vowel and replace it with an apostrophe. But in this case now, it is in plural form. So I have to use the article for plural, which is les, L-E-S. They call it les. So it's not less, it is les, L-E-S, les oranges. Now we can see that this les orange, there's S and there's O. There is no vowel clashing here. So I don't need to use the L apostrophe. So that is trying to tell you that.
Not of
Hello? Hello? Okay, I thought someone was saying something. So that's trying to tell you that even though the word starts with a vowel, if it's in plural, I'm going to use LES. You understand? So whether the word is masculine, feminine, singular, or plural, as long as as long as it's in plural form, sorry, masculine, feminine, or it starts with a vowel, if it's in plural form, whether the word is masculine, whether the word is feminine, whether the word starts with a vowel, if it's in plural, I have to use LES. So because orange here ends with S, it's in plural form. We write it as les oranges. So there is no vowel clashing here. S is a consonant, so it's not clashing with O. So we leave it as this. The same thing with arbre, which is the trees, even trees. Now arbre is ending with an S. It's in plural. So I don't need to write L apostrophe ARBRES again. I can simply leave my LES as it is. Les arbres. Les arbres. Okay? we leave it as this. So the first thing you need to know, because see, articles is very common in your exam. I'm sure you must have been saying la, lo. You be like, what's this last step? What is this lo? What is this les? What is this l apostrophe that they are putting in the option? Very, very common. Very common. Numbers, articles, very, very common in your exam. So you must know it. There's no way you want to do. So the first rule when it comes to article is that every French word has a gender. It's either masculine or feminine. How can I differentiate between the two? Most feminine words end with E. Why most masculine words do not end with E? Okay? And then we have three types of articles. L'article défini, l'article indéfini, l'article partitif. We've learned two. We'll talk about two, but I don't think we'll be able to do the two. We'll stop at this particular one, definite. So l'article défini, and l'article défini is THE in English language. But because of the nature of a French word where we have genders, we have to split that THE. They now splitted it into four. We have the lo, we have the la, we have the le, and we have the l apostrophe. The lo, the le is for masculine singular. Words that are masculine but singular. La is for feminine singular. Words that are feminine, that is words that ends with e without the s. That is what I mean by feminine singular. We use the la, la. Then we have words masculine or feminine that in plural form, that is that ends with s. We use the les, les, les oranges, les arbres. As long as that word is ending with so, whether it is it starts with a vowel, wow, whether it is a masculine, is none of my business. Whether it is feminine, it's none of my business. As long as it ends with s, I'm using my les as my the. And then the last one is L apostrophe. The reason why we have apostrophe is because two vowels in French must not clash. So they removed the first vowel and replaced it with an apostrophe. And I told you that that apostrophe is used to tell us that there is a presence of a vowel there, but we can't put it there because of the second vowel after it. Those are the four splitted THE in français that we have. Do you guys understand?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. Now I want to be sure that we understand clearly. We have few examples here. Okay, we have few examples. So I want to see if we got it. So let's look at the first one. I'll do the first one with you guys, and it's chat, and it means cat. Okay, cat in French is chat, and chat. So once you are coming across a particular your exam, see, basically when you want to do anything on definite articles, the options will tell you what they're asking you, because in the options you will see le, you will see la, you see les, you see l apostrophe. Sometimes you don't even need to know what those things are, but once you've checked the options, oh, they are asking me definite articles, because you already know what definite articles entails. So once you see the option, you should be able to say, oh, it's definite articles. Then the second thing you need to look at is the word after the dash. Is the word after the dash they are asking you to check? So now we can say that the word after the dash, they might write nonsense before it, they might write something after it. But the word that we're looking at is the word after the dash in your exam. So you're going to check the word after the dash. CHAT. Oh, CHAT. The first thing is it masculine? Okay, it looks like masculine. But you make sure you go through all the four first to be sure. It looks like masculine. Okay. But let us check if it's feminine. They told me that feminine ends with E, and this one does not end with E, so it is not a feminine word. Let's clear that. And then, oh, they told me that any word that starts with vowels. And what are the vowels? Who can tell me what the vowels are?
A, E, I, O, U, H.
Thank you. A, E, I, O, U, and H. Oh, this one does not start with A, E, I, O, U, and H. So, no. Then we will need to check the first one, which is LES. Oh, is it in plural? Does it end with an S? No, it does not. So we go back to the masculine. So this definitely is a masculine word. So which article am I putting before sha to make it the cat?
Low.
La.
Low. L-E.
No.
Which one? Somebody said la.
No.
I want to know
L-E,
I want to
L-E.
know what is la.
No.
L-E.
Masculine.
L-E.
L-E. I thought that
No.
la
L
is feminine.
masculine.
Oh. Yes. L-E is masculine. L-A is feminine. Please be careful.
Yes.
L-E is for masculine. L-A is for feminine. Okay? And feminine is word that ends with E. Alright? So definitely I'm writing my L-E here as my to make it the cat. Okay, let's look at the other one. The second one is chiffon, which means cloth. Now I want to write the cloth. Now who can tell me what of which of the THE I'm going to write here?
L-E.
So,
L E. Do you all agree? Do you all agree? L-E?
please.
Should be
Yes.
L.
L-E. Thank you. Yes, it's L-E because number one, it looks masculine. Number two, it does not end with E. Number three, it does not end with plural. Number four, it does not start with a vowel. So yes, I'm using L-E, loshiko, meaning the clothes. Now let us look at this third one. Who can tell me which of the options I'm putting here? Which of them am I putting here?
L apostrophe.
L apostrophe.
L
Do you guys agree
apostrophe.
with me? Do you guys agree?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, L apostrophe. Because it's a
Thank you.
vowel hint.
Exactly.
Forward
Exactly.
sound.
Exactly. Because it looks masculine, it does not end with E, but it starts with a vowel. And
Yes.
since it's not in plural form, I can simply use my L apostrophe. So in this case now, we're not going to use LE because we are saying it does not end with E. It starts with H. That H has told us that, oh, it starts with a vowel. So I'm using my L apostrophe. I'm using my L apostrophe. Okay, let's what number 5? My goodness, what am I doing? Which of the THE is chaise, and chaise means chair. Okay, I want to write the chair now. So which of the THE in French am I using?
L-A.
L.
L-A.
Sorry?
L-E.
Sorry? LA.
L-E.
L-A.
Okay.
L-A.
Did somebody say I'm hearing
Feminine.
LE, I'm hearing LA. Is it A or E?
L-A. A.
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 L.
A. Feminine.
Feminine. Thank you. We're using the feminine LA, which is la chaise. And la chaise means the chair because we can see the presence of an E after the word. That's why we have it as the feminine la chaise. The sixth one, number 6. Who can try number 6 too? Let's do number 6. Then we'll move to number 9.
L.
L-A.
Sorry?
L-A.
LA.
L-A.
It's L-A. L-A.
Okay. LA.
Yeah.
So it means kraya. This is chalk. So I want to write the chalk is la kraya. Exactement. Très bon. So it means the chalk. Okay? We're using the LA because we can see the presence of an E and there is no S. And it does not start with a vowel. So ensure that when you are analyzing that particular word after the dash, you are going through the 4 THE. You must go through everything. Because there are times that you might say, oh, you might get lost in the fact that, oh, it does not end with an S, and you forget that you need to check for vowels. Or you check for vowels and you forget that, oh, if it ends with S, it does not matter. So you must ensure that you go through those 4 THEs before you pick your option. Now, you do not need to start sitting down and be trying to interpret what other words are written there. Just look at the word after the dash and analyze it. That is all. And you click your option. And trust me, you have lots and lots of questions on these definite articles. In fact, they are very common. So once you're able to know this, you've known like at least 20 to 30% of your French exam. And numbers too. Once you're able to know some other few things, you are good to go. Okay, let us try let's try one more. Let's try one more, then we can close it for today. So this number 9, Number 9. Who can tell me what number
L
9 would be?
LES.
E S plural.
LES in plural form.
LEE. See, you guys are getting this thing. LES, leg gum. Why? Because gum is, although it ends with S, it ends with EO, it also ends with S. It is in plural form. So whether it's masculine or feminine, it does not matter. Because it's in plural form, I have to use the LES. Leg gum. Exactement. Très bon. So all these things are really, really simple. Once you're able to know this trick, once you're able to identify that, oh, this is what this one means, you'll be able to know which option you are going to pick, and you not waste time. You have how many minutes? I think 50 minutes for 100 questions. So trust me, you don't want to be spending hours on one particular thing. Okay, you don't want to spend years answering one. Just waste your time. Once you're able to know all these few tricks and tips, everything comes easily. And these are the things that I taught my students. That you are seeing them coming out with 71, some coming out with 80, some 60, some 50, having impressive results. There was one particular lady that was even like, ah, she does not understand and she does not really know much. She joined the class really late and she came out with 55. She has been doing the course, carrying the course for over 5 years. So there are people like that. And you and I both know that carrying a course over reduces your chance of coming out with a first class. And I believe everybody here wants to come out with a good result. I mean, what's the point of coming to the University of Ibadan coming out with nonsense results? So everybody wants to come out with a good result. And rerun every year is not ideal. So once you're able to know all these tricks, all these tips, if you're able to know it, simple. It's like you are diving. You just start going. It's like no blockade, no bump on the way, no mountains before you. You just do things easily. And when you come out, it's you're not even going to come out like as if you know French. If I tell you to start speaking French, you can't speak French because that is not our focus here. I'm not going to teach you how to know French. I'm going to teach you how to pass the course. What are the things I need to know to pass this course? That is the cocoa. That's the focus. All these things, all these tricks and tips, all these things that I taught you, numbers and everything is inside my book. I wrote a book last year called Get an A in GS 108. And everything, all the 9 lessons in your handout. Because I was like, students are finding it difficult to understand the handout. Why don't I bring in my tips and tricks and just put it inside a book altogether so that they can have something to understand the course better? So I wrote a book that was last year and I decided to put all my tips together. And when I did, I sent it out. I sent it to some student last year, and there was a particular student that came back to me that was last week, and she was like, and that she didn't even attend my premium class because we used to have a class. She didn't attend my premium class. She only used my book. She read my book and she passed. She came to meet me and was telling me that that she's glad I sent her my book to her. So all these things, honestly, passing this course is not hard. My roommate, she came out with 81 and she did not know anything in this French. My friends, 70s, came out with A's. You don't need to know how to speak French to pass GS 108. Trust me. I know what I'm saying. I know what I'm saying. So let me not waste your time. So aside that, there will be in my book, you will get everything, all those tricks, all those tips, everything is inside. And then again, what I used to do every year is we have a class. It's called a premium class. Okay, so it's optional. If you wish to attend, that's fine. If you don't wish to, it's not compulsory. Okay, so in this premium class, we're starting on the 15th of September. I already have few people signing up already. And in that premium class, because exam, I don't know how they want to run this semester. It could be that you write exam December or you write it next year January. I don't know how quick they'll finish this semester. But all the same, it's been like that for the past 3 years. You write your exam in January. So we're going to be having class twice a week for the next 5 months, or at least till you write your exam. 2 hours, 2 days for the next 5 months. We'll decide which day we want to have the class together. Okay, 5 months. So then the final week that's a like few days before the exam, what I used to do is I'm going to have a past question day. And that past question day, we are going to sit down and treat past questions or at least question guides for in preparing for our exam. That will be what we'll do in our final week. That's what we do in the premium class. We're going to solve all past questions together and we're going to solve all question guides together. And everything here and even more detailed and even more in total will be taught during the class. So it is optional for everybody. Okay, it's optional, it's not compulsory if you want to. So for my book, if you want to get the book, the Get an A in GS 108, it's not expensive. It's 2,500 naira if you want to get the book. I'll just send it over to you. And if you want to attend the 5 month class, it is 6,000 naira to attend the class. If you wish, it is not compulsory. It is not compulsory. So basically, this is where I cap up everything that I've been saying. You do not need to know French to pass GS 108. Once you are able to master these tricks and tips, you are good to go. You're good to go. Look at it now. With just few hours, we've been able to get numbers. You've been able to get definite articles. Now imagine 5 months, what you can achieve with 5 months of just 2 hours per week, 2 hours per day. So you should be able to pass the course. In fact, you should be able to teach it after 5 months. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions, you can reach out to me concerning the class, concerning anything. You can always reach out to me. I'll prefer you reach out to me in my WhatsApp because I'm hardly on Telegram. So you can reach out to me in my WhatsApp. If you have questions concerning this class, you can reach out to me. Of course, the class is recorded, so I'm going to send the recorded version to this group, to the channel, so you can always access it anytime you like. So thank you for joining the class. Merci beaucoup à tous. Au revoir.
Please, may I have a question?
Oui, oui. Go ahead.
Okay, do we have another free class apart from this?
Excusez-moi. Pardon?
I said, do you have another free class apart from today?
No, I don't have any other free class. I only have one free class. I only have one free class. Yes, ma'am. Any other question? Anybody else? Okay. Thank you so much for joining the call. Have a wonderful night rest. I've taken too much
Thank
of your
you
time. Okay?
so much for your time.
You're
Thank you very
welcome.
much.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
You can send your WhatsApp number on the, to the
Yes.
Telegram so that we're able to take it.
Okay. Okay, I'll do that. No problem. I'll do that. And I'll send the recorded version of this class too as well. So I'll drop my WhatsApp number now. Thank you so
Yeah, thank you.
much. Au revoir.
Thank you.
Bonne nuit. Au revoir. De rien.